get this started a little bit early. We'll see if we get some people on. Hello. Looks like I need to adjust my camera a little bit. A little better. Ah, now I see some people. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all having a good week. What's everybody working on today? Hi, Roselia. Thanks for joining today. Hope everything's good in your neck of the woods. I do want to thank Darren before we go too much further. Darren's so good to moderate. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
Benji brought me my tablet so I can see where we're at. Except, there we go. I just need to turn that. Keep that under control. All right. I think we'll get started here in a second. Is it time? I know we were a little early.
Yeah, you're right on the money.
Right on the money. Okay, let's see. I'm so excited today. I have something I want to show that I recently got that is so much fun. I'm taking just a little bit of a break from the Valentine's to do today's project. Even though I absolutely love Valentine's Day, I just really wanted to play with this. So I hope that you won't mind me just kind of indulging that. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera here in a second. Hi, Tina. How are you? Thanks for joining today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys. All right. Sorry about that close-up of me for a second there. All right, let's see if the camera's in a good spot. Okay, it looks pretty good to me. All right, so I want to play with this new die set. This is called Judy's Wreath, and it has tons of dies to it. I am a sucker for florals anyway, if you haven't noticed. But let me take it out of the plastic so you can see better. Who is?
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Kay.
Hi, Kay.
Fatima's on.
Hi, Fatima.
Kay
So,
said she made a birthday card this morning.
okay, that's so fun. Birthday cards are one of my favorite things to make. All right, I'm just going to move some of this out of the way so that I can show you the die set really quick. So you get this really pretty wreath with the set, and it comes with these fun the outline pieces so that you could have a base piece first if you want to make your wreath stand out a little bit more. And you just kind of have to turn it around to get it to fit. It's pretty user-friendly, I have to say. I was a little intimidated by it, but it's pretty user-friendly. Though I am not actually using it on today's project, but it is very cool. Okay, so I am using the wreath part, however. And then look at all of these little flowers. So right there, there's 3 dies right there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 dies in this set. So phenomenal number. But I thought it would be fun to kind of throw something together here. We had tons of rain here in Phoenix, which is kind of unusual for us lately. So it was kind of a change of pace. But it was kind of cold and kind of dreary, so I wanted to do something just a little bit
Some places
springy.
got snow yesterday.
Yeah, some places in Phoenix got snow yesterday, so you can tell it's kind of unusual. So I used this cardstock. This isn't actually Brutus Monroe cardstock, but I noticed that Brutus Monroe has one called Sidewalk that I think is fairly similar. I'll have to pick up some of that so that I can use that next time. But
Tina says she loves the die set, and Kay says she loves sets that have lots of small extras.
Tina or Fatima said they liked the
Tina.
die set. Tina, it is an amazing die set, isn't it? And there are tons of extras. Okay, so this little piece of printed paper is from the Echo Park Cupid and Company. I don't know if there's any left on the site, but you know, I used this one earlier this month when I made the love you sign. But look at how fun. I always love to have the choice of both sides. But we are going to make a round card today.
Rosalia said they got snow in Vegas yesterday as well.
Oh, wow. See, it's snowing everywhere. It's crazy. So let's start with that. I'm just a little off today. I need to get focused a little bit. So when you're making a circle card, there's a few different ways that you can create the back and the front. But the easiest way that I've found is just to score along the top. I'm going to use my cutter for that. Hang on one sec. I'm still here. I'm just on the other side of my table. That was one of those last details I forgot to get back to. So I have this cutter that I just leave the score blade in that I'm going to grab. So I'm just going to go down about, hopefully I remember which is which. Okay, it's this one. I go in about, what is that, a 1/4 inch? Is that a 1/4 or is that 2? Is that a half? That's a 1/2 inch. So from the very tip of the circle, I go in about a 1/2 inch. And don't push too hard. I just pushed a little harder than I meant to. It's still okay, but I would have preferred not to have done it quite so harsh. Okay, so now I'll be able to open the card without there being an issue. So we're going to glue that together. Oh, I thought this glue was open. So I'm just gluing along in that little section that we created. And I didn't need even close to that much glue, but you know how it is. You squeeze, nothing comes out. You squeeze a little harder and too much comes out. Okay, so we will go ahead and line those up. And then we will go ahead and add our layer. And actually tissue tape would have worked just fine on this. I just happen to have this handy, so it was just kind of a reflex to use the glue. So we'll go ahead and lay that on top. So I used, obviously, my my circle dies for this. If you do not have the foundation circle dies, you need them. These are amazing. Everybody should have circle dies in their crafty stash. Okay, so then I just went ahead and took a smaller circle, and I could have just cut. Let me show you the wreath piece. Isn't that beautiful? So this is what it looks like all cut out. And I was playing with the white one first. I liked how pretty and subtle it was, but I wasn't sure if it had enough color that it would show really well on video. What, honey?
What paper do you use for the wreath?
The wreath itself?
The white.
Oh, that's alabaster. This one's either alabaster or the alcohol blending paper. Either one is really good. I also like Not Your Mama's, but because it's so intricate, if you're going to cut an intricate die with Not Your Mama's, you're going to want to have a metal shim, because that cardstock is amazingly thick. It's wonderful, but it is very thick, so it's just easier with a little bit thinner. But there are occasions where I use it with the intricate ones too. Excuse me, I'm just getting the little doodahs out of the centers. Term? That is a technical term, doodah. I thought I had done this. I'm so sorry. What's everybody working on this week? You guys got something on your craft table? Okay, so not too bad. So I thought I would do this one because it'll show up a little bit better on the camera. You'll be able to see better the details. And I decided I wanted the flowers. I just have a hard time doing too muted of flowers.
What paper is that?
This is sage cardstock. Okay, so we're just gonna glue that on. And again, I used way more than I probably need. I also have to make sure I know which way my card is going, because I get turned around when I'm doing a circle card. I think that's close enough to the center. I don't know if it's exactly centered, but I can almost guarantee it's not exactly centered because it's me making it, and that's not my forte.
Looks pretty good to me.
Thanks, Darren. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our layer. And on these, honestly, after all is said and done, one way that would be good, especially on the wreath part, I don't have them yet, so I haven't tried them out, but I'm thinking if you use the adhesive sheets that Brutus Monroe just came out with and attached it to the sage paper and then cut it out so that the whole back was an adhesive part, that would sure be easier than gluing every little thing.
Tina says that Brutus Monroe butterfly dies are her next project.
Ooh, those are so pretty.
Rosalia says, I have so much on my craft table, I can't craft.
Oh, Rosalia.
Some cleaning up first.
I had to do some cleaning up. Yesterday, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and Darren and I heard a loud crash, but we weren't sure what it was. It was raining, I told you, and so there was a lot of trees banging around and all kinds of stuff. But when our son got up for work, he gets up at about 4:30, I think it is, and he came in to let us know that one of my stamp pad holders had come off the wall. So it was mayhem. It was just like a sad carnage. There was ink everywhere. Thankfully not ink, just ink pads everywhere. But it was sad. The whole hallway was blocked. Because I had him up on the wall right there on the outside of my craft room. But, you know,
it was a pretty big wreck.
It was a pretty big mess. It made me rearrange a lot of things, though. So now I'm gluing our hello. And I am such a fan. I love word dies. I just think they are a lot of fun. Alright.
Kay's trying to make a mask of the birthday card for her son. It's his birthday and Valentine's Day, but he hates pink and red heart stuff.
Oh, yeah, that is a challenge. I know. Even just masculine Valentine cards are hard because they're always so girly and hearty, and I'm totally guilty of making those. But so cute. And yeah, guys like cards too. Some of my favorite cards, though, that I've made have been with somebody, you know, something like for Darren or one of my boys. Okay. Let's check it out. So, as you saw, sorry I didn't do a lot of talking as I did it, as far as this goes, talking about something completely unrelated. But the hello, the die is all one piece, but it cuts out in two pieces, which actually makes it really easy to line up and put on the backing.
Kristen says hello.
Hi, Kristen. So on our hello, I think I want to pop that up a little bit because we're going to put some stuff behind it and move around it. So if we have it kind of up from the card, it gives us a little bit more wiggle room.
Lori Walters says hello there.
Hi, Lori. Thanks for coming. I'm so glad that you're here. We're just making a card. We're making a wreath card with a new die set.
Trina says Kay. Oh, she's talking to Kay. She said she sent her boyfriend one few years back in a crap black color. She liked it, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Black is good. Good for masculine cards.
I like black for lots of cards. Black is just one of those colors. All right. I don't know that I have that straight, but I think it's okay. So we've got that kind of lifted up. I know it's backwards in your view. I'm so sorry. But see, now I can move things around underneath it without any trouble. So first, I think we will use... So look at these. Let me show you these little leaves. I love the leaves that came.
Kay asked, did hello come with the wreath set?
Yes, the hello does come with the wreath set. Somehow I have... Oh, it's stuck to my finger. I'm looking all over for this piece, and a little piece of glue was on me, and it's sticking to me. So these are some of the leaves that come in the set, and I think they are really pretty. And you get 2 of this one, which is fun because who likes to cut and cut and cut and cut? But they have a slightly different angle on them, I believe. This one looks a little more curvy to me. So that's kind of cool. And I'm just going to continue with this glue. It's working for me. We may want to pop different pieces up a little bit. But we'll put one of these guys on this side. And the other thing is you can trim down your little stems if you don't need the whole thing. I'm also going to keep this little tool handy so I can push things down. Let's put this one in a little deeper. And hopefully I arrange it pretty good the first time because I'm gluing it.
Jen finally caught you live.
Hi, Joan. Thanks for joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here. We're just having some fun with the Judy's wreath die. All right, we'll try this. So again, I'm just gluing the very tip because I don't like my wreath to be all stuck down. We want it to have some life to it, so we'll fluff it up a little once we get it glued down and secured on the ends anyway. Keeps turning on me. That's a little too close. And glue is nice because you can move it a couple of times. Gives you a little bit of wiggle room. We'll put that one there. And we're not going to use every single piece that comes in this die cut set, but we'll use a good portion. There's certainly a lot to choose from. Do I like that there? I think I like that better up there. Okay, so we've got a good base going on. Now we can kind of add some more fluff. If you want to, I cut out some in the same color as the wreath. So if we want to, we can add, I kind of like that. We can add a little bit of a layer to it. But I have quite a few things to put on it, so we'll do those first and see if we still need those. So then I've got these little yellow flowers that I thought were cute. So we'll add a couple of those. Again, I think I may actually want to trim the stems on those a little bit. So you can see I cut it down just a little bit. We'll tuck this one in.
Rosalia asked, Shannon, what's the name of the product you gives you? sorry, it's a little confusing. What was the name of the product you used to adhere the back on your die cuts?
Oh,
About the glue.
I've just got this glue. This one is a Tombow glue. You can use whatever glue you want. I like this one because it dries kind of fast, and when you're doing a live, it's nice to be able to move on to the next step a little quicker. So that is the one I happen to have handy. And then again, just gonna go in and kind of stick that down. Careful not to stick yourself. And you always kind of want to remember to keep it kind of uneven. I mean, that's one of those little rules of design. You want to do 2 on one side, 1 on the other. You don't want to do even numbers most of the time. Do we want that one? Trying to decide if we want the 2 yellows on this side. Yeah, let's do 2 yellows on that side. Seems like it's gonna fit over there better. Okay, we want to do a little fluffing of these. And we may still be adding a little bit more of the foliage in there. But then we've got these little blooms. And then I cut them out of 2 colors so that we would have different centers. So we're going to use the darker bloom with the lighter centers. And since we did the 2 of the yellow on that side, I think we better do 1 pink on this side. I've kind of got them jumbled up a little bit more than, I like that a little bit more freed up. Yeah, that's better. So let's put this guy. This guy might actually be better if we, let's just cut some of our little pop-ups down a little bit and pop this up.
Rosalia asked, your autocorrect got crazy on her. I was trying to ask about the adhesive sheets you don't have and to use liquid glue.
Oh yeah. The adhesive sheets I think would be great because they're like a sticker on the back. So if you, I think they're double-sided if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I don't have them yet, so forgive me if I tell you the wrong information. I'm a little cautious, but my understanding is that they are adhesive on both sides. So you would take the adhesive, the backer off of one, stick it to your cardstock like your sage. Then you die cut that. Then after you die cut it, you would peel the other backer off, and then you'd be able to just stick the whole thing down. That way you wouldn't have to put so much glue down. Does that make sense?
Tina said for small flowers, wide tissue tape would probably work as well.
Yeah, probably would.
Kay said she's gotta go. She'll watch the rest later.
Kay, thanks for joining. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, so now we're just going to stick a little center into our flower. And I just put that on a little foam square too. Or, yeah, let's see if we've... Okay. A little wonky, but I think that's okay. There we go. So now we're going to just want to put on our 2... These ones I don't think I'll try doing with the foam because there's just nothing there.
Rosalia's looking forward to the adhesive sheets.
I am too. I have some on the way, so I'm excited to try them out. I will update when I get them. Alright, so this glue is good glue, but it's sticky. So that little tool I'm using is keeping everything stuck to the wreath instead of my finger. But maybe not the glue bottle, huh? Okay. So we'll go ahead and add our little center. And then maybe add one up here.
The only downside of adhesive sheets, I think, was you couldn't adjust it after you put them on.
Yeah. Once it's stuck, it's stuck, I'm pretty sure. Everybody feeling good today? All right, let's add our little
John says going to use flowers in this set with 2 sets of flower builder dies.
Oh, John, I know, right?
And pack his wreath.
That is going to be beautiful, I'm sure. Is that not so fun? I love flower dies. I am a sucker for them. And Christopher knew that. He knew I was going to love this set. So I haven't decided yet if I want the purple, but so far this is where we're at. But if we want to go, you know, all out, let's look and see where we're at, and I'll decide if I want to glue them down. There's always that that desire to just go all out, and then there's that, oh, I don't want to overdo it. Sometimes less is more. But definitely they give you plenty of stem on these, so you have options. Okay, I'm kind of liking the purple. I think it kind of adds a fun little new dimension. So we're going to put this little guy in here. And let's put a little one over here because I feel like everything on this side is bigger. Let's see if we might need that stem to stay long. Yeah, let's see where we get with that. Thanks for hanging out with me while I kind of just create on the spot. I usually like to have it planned ahead a little bit more, but I just kind of wanted to see how this went.
Your muse is taking hold.
All right, so now you got to be careful not to bend up your flower because then it makes it harder to... I kind of bent it. So now I got to kind of bend my flowers back to get back there. All right, guess what? I'm going to cut down the stem. That's why I'm glad I have options. Options are good, right? Anything that gives me an emergency exit. All right, well, that is going to be how that one goes because I am struggling with that little stem. So I have to be careful when I'm doing a live because I do tend to just kind of obsess on something. So I try not to do it too much when I'm live so I don't drive you crazy. It's good exercise for me to let things go sometimes. I'm liking that. We'll leave that one long, maybe. We'll see.
Said that is so pretty.
Isn't it fun? And you saw it came together really fast and really, really pretty user-friendly, I think. So many pieces, there's just so much there to work with. All right, we're going to push this little stem. I do suggest you have a little tool like this, any kind of something long that you can work with to kind of help you. Because now, another thing you can use a little tool like this for is to just kind of fluff up your leaves and your flowers because you don't want them to be flat. You want them to have a little life to them.
Jen said squirrel.
Uh-oh. Did I get squirreled?
that means. So
It means
I'm out of the loop on that
I may have gotten distracted.
Okay. I was out of the loop on that.
So here.
Jen says when I craft, I get distracted by other pretty things. It's hard to stay on track with the project. So.
Oh, you do that. Okay. Well, I'm glad because I do too. And I thought I had done something which would totally not have surprised me if I had gotten squirreled. You know what? I think we need these flowers. I wasn't going to use them, but I'm liking them. Let's add the foam to these big ones. Because we've got one on this side, it'll kind of balance it out nice. And somewhere I lost the other side of that I just cut. So that ought to show up somewhere fun. I'm probably wearing it. If I go to the store, oh, there it is. It's still stuck to the thing. That's the type of thing that usually I'll be at the grocery store or something. If notice that it's sticking to me in somewhere embarrassing. I'm very good at doing awkward things. It's one of my talents.
Lori says cute.
Oh, thanks, Lori. All right, we're going to add this little guy. And let's put a foam square on the back of this guy. And so these ones are not perfectly round, so you kind of have to find your sweet spot with these. But again, don't get too crazy. Like, don't obsess. That's easier said than done, I know.
Jen said she's worn painter's tape on her body because she forgot to take it off and trying to make it less sticky.
Oh, that is funny. Jen, I knew I liked you. That is the best. All right, we need this little guy over here. We may need this little guy too.
Question is, did you go out in public wearing painter's tape?
All right, Jen, so you wore your painter's tape in public? Ah. I think that's what she was saying.
No, I said that. Did she do that? I was asking her.
All right.
That would be worse.
We've got one more of these flowers. And I feel like we don't have to use it, but maybe we could. Do we want it right? I think it looks good right there. Let's put that on. And then I think we're going to call it done. Let's, just to keep up our, I just told you to keep everything not even numbers on both sides. Maybe, that's funny. That's a definite yes. Like I said, we definitely are soul sisters.
Hi, Shannon.
Who did?
Michelle.
Michelle, hi, how are ya? Thanks for joining today.
Rosalia's gotta go.
Roselia, thanks so much for coming by. You gotta go straighten so you can do some more creating? Well, thanks again for coming. All right, I think we've got it. So we got this put together in less than a half hour.
Yeah, about a half hour.
Of course, I did have them cut out, but super simple, but super pretty. You could add some glitter, some sparkle. You could add some, if you wanted to add some aqua pigments around the flowers. There's just, the sky is the limit. There's so much you can do. You can create your own ending, right? So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me go ahead and say a proper goodbye. Oh, there we go. Hitting buttons as I do that. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. And you can see my very convincing brick wall, right? And the edge of it. That's my favorite part. It's so realistic. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys, super easy, super fun. I hope that you are enjoying your week, and I hope that you are getting a lot of creating done. And I want to thank you for joining me today, and I will see you again next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.